at you. Welcome to GMFB. We are presented by Intuit QuickBooks. We're live in New York City, Monday, November 25th. Is it Casual Monday?
It's Casual Monday. Very quickly, I had a little challenge with Chargers receiver Keenan Allen. I pointed out that against the Chiefs in his career, he hadn't done much. He didn't appreciate that on Twitter, and I said, if you score a touchdown against the Chiefs, I'm in Mexico on Thursday Night Football, I will wear your jersey for the whole show for an entire week. So here we are, Chargers week.
So why are we going to be punished with a week worth of you wearing the same shirt?
But it's arguably the greatest shirt ever, though, right?
That's actually very
Shout out to
fair.
Cal Berkeley and North Guilford High School, the Nighthawks, Keenan Allen's alma maters.
I love that. Triggs, Burleson, Adams, and highlights.
Highlights, let's go to Northern California. And speaking of that, there's another Cal Berkeley Bear in this game, not just Keenan Allen. He plays quarterback for the Packers. However, look at that, man. Oh, no, the Niners enter Week 12 tied for the first in the NFL in sacks. But Rodgers is 2-2 in his career against #1 pass defenses. Early, it got ugly. This place was rocking. The big denim, there's no other way to say it. This is early. Rodgers loses the ball. Is Bosa going to score? Almost. The ball came out late. They looked at it. Legit fumble. Referees nailed it. Yay, officiating. All right, so the Niners are knocking on the door. They get a touchdown from Tevin Coleman early. But it just continued here because we're going to watch Bosa. 97, look out. Brian Bulaga, the right tackle of the Packers, had to leave the game with a knee injury, leaving Alex Light, the backup, off the bench, just kind of thrown to the wolves. And they did all kinds of cool things schematically to put him on Bosa, and they took advantage of Bosa. Like, what? What up? It's all coming up, Bosa. Hey, oh, Dano. How do you do it, Joey? Dano. Nick Bosa, rather. Joey Bosa had his way with Rodgers a couple weeks ago. We'll get into that. But Garoppolo, what is he going to do? Oh, he's going to Debo. And I'm making a vow on the show. I'm not making any more Friday jokes about Debo Samuel. I think he's past them. I think he's a great rookie from South Carolina. He deserves better than Tiny Lister references.
If you make one, you have to wear a Debo jersey every day for a
I
week.
got you. I think that's a black undershirt. Look out. I'll wear this jersey. Hey, it's George Kittle, the People's Tight End. Can we break the glass, please? Break the glass. Oh, touchdown. He breaks the play, and we always give him the Steve Austin treatment. Look at this play action. Kittle has been out with injury. He looks spry. He looks fast. Nate, your mouth's hanging open.
Well, listen, he ran in, then he ran out, so he confused him, thought that he was going to run a corner, and he is wide open across it. The best play-action team in football right now, the San Francisco 49ers.
All right, good morning, Vikings fans. That's Nate's take. They did pretty well, too, but they were off this weekend.
True.
Look at that score, 37-8. Look at the record next to the Niners, 10-1. And after the game, let's hear from the People's tight end, George Kittle, who praised the play of male perfection in this country, his quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I think Jimmy's always flawless. I'm pretty biased. But, yeah, I mean, he made the plays when he needed to. I think my favorite thing in the game was, I think it was after our first or second. I think it was after our third drive. Like, we scored right away, then we had two, like, 3-and-outs that weren't very good. And Jimmy got the whole offense together and was like, hey, you got to play with intensity. Our defense is playing their off, and we just got to take advantage of those opportunities that they're giving us. Because, you know, Aaron Rodgers is one heck of a quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback. And we just can't give him the opportunity to come back and beat us. And so that was really awesome. And then everything after that just kind of took off because of what Jimmy said.
Beautiful 61-yard touchdown by Kittle. Adams has his first touchdown since the injury, but it was not enough. San Francisco moves to 10-1. They remain a game up on the Saints for the #1 seed in the NFC. The Packers fall to 8-3, same record then as the Vikings. Different momentum on those two teams. We'll dig into that. They remain, though, the top of the NFC North because of their head-to-head win over Minnesota. That one came back in Week 2. Can't really come for the Niners anymore as the best team in the NFC. You can't talk about their strength of schedule, and they just took down Aaron Rodgers and company under the bright lights. Nate, what's the most impressive part of this Niners win?
It's that defense and them making Aaron Rodgers feel uncomfortable. You know, as we've been watching the 49ers all season long, I've been talking about how aggressive they are, collapsing the pocket. And I constantly talk about QB hits and pressures. And people ask, well, why not talk about the sacks? Sacks are great. They lead the league with 44 sacks, but sometimes sacks can be misleading. But you know what's not misleading? Pressures. They come into this season with 120 total pressures, 68 QB hits. Now, how did that relate to this game? Well, they sacked Aaron Rodgers 5 times, but they hit him 10 times. And then the pressures, 15 total pressures in the game. So in a game where we expected Aaron Rodgers to get into his zone and be Pennywise and be as scary as ever, the scariest thing was him inside that pocket and feel like he was under duress every single play. There wasn't a moment in this game where I felt comfortable for Aaron Rodgers. So I know with him in that pocket, he was sitting back thinking, guys, just give me a little bit of time. And if the best in the business is thinking that, what are they going to do to the rest of the quarterbacks they face? And if they can do that to the rest of the quarterbacks they face, guess what? We'll be seeing San Francisco in Miami.
They shut down the run completely, too, for the Packers offense.
They did.
Shocking win. I mean, I think one of the most, if not the most impressive win of the entire season, what they did. Let's put it this way. This morning, I'm Googling, what was Aaron Rodgers' career low in passing yards? It was against the Von Miller Super Bowl champ Broncos. He threw for 104 yards yesterday, guys. I went from thinking this Niners are a good story, maybe they can make the jump this year. They can win the Super Bowl this year. They really can, because they're going to have home field. The defense is that good. I've never seen Rodgers look that frustrated and that lost. It's been years. Unbelievable win. I'm going to say it. I think it's the most impressive win of this season. I do.
They were 0 for 14 on third down, so a very meaningless one at the end of the game where they converted. The defense was truly the story here for San Francisco, and yet they got back George Kittle. And to me, Kittle is so much more than what we saw, the 61-yard touchdown and the great press conference. Kittle sets the tone on offense. They ran the ball well again. They were moving the ball, and you have to dedicate 3 guys to Kittle when he's on offense. So when he makes plays like this, it opens up the Deebo Samuel slant. It opens up the Kendrick Bourne. It opens up everything for Tevin Coleman and for the other running backs. This offense looked great last night. Also, yeah, Zadarius Smith was living in the backfield. That's okay. They had adjustments. Kittle being healthy is huge. They're going to get back Emmanuel Sanders at 100% soon. And we know what Deebo Samuel is doing. These guys, this is an offense. They can score also. I know they held them to 8 points. They scored 37. That's huge on a really good defense. I love what Kittle's amazing.
All the juice, dude,
Everything.
right?
And the juice that he has.
See the difference between a playoff team and a Super Bowl team? George Kittle, this guy we're looking at right here. I think he is.
Absolutely can make the difference because he's the go-to guy on that offense. And when he's healthy, he also blocks in the run game. 49ers fans have to be psyched up.
And that's it. Can I reemphasize what you're saying? For people at home, Peter, you make a great point. When Kittle's in the game, as a defense, you don't know whether they're going to pass or run. Sometimes when individuals come in, it's like, oh, tendencies say that this is a run-blocking tight end. With Kittle, he's such a good blocker that they can run the ball and pass the ball on any given play, which is just a difficult thing for any defense to stop.
They're going to need it, Nate. We're going to get to more highlights, but the Niners have to go to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Then they have a matchup with the Saints after that.